In today's video, I'll be showing you how to read the temperature around the Raspberry Pi and how to tweet it. Twitter bots can be used for a multitude of different things. They could be used for tweeting out the results of different sensors connected to the Raspberry Pi, or they can be used to gather data from Twitter and analyze it and display it using your Raspberry Pi. First thing you're going to do is log into Twitter using your Twitter handle, navigate to the following website, and log into your Raspberry Pi portal, and you'll be asked to fill in a couple of questions. Once you're done filling it out, you should be able to navigate to this website by clicking next, put in a name for your project, copy the API key, secret keys, and tokens into a document that you can access later. In this example, I'm copy pasting it all into Visual Studio Code. Once you're done, hit next. Click the key icon. Then hit regenerate. And copy all of the codes into Visual Studio Code. As you can see, I've copied the code from Visual Studio Code. I've added it into the Thonny IDE. Here I opened the terminal and installed a TweePi. Once I finished that, I copied over the API keys, which I got from Twitter. Each set of API keys are unique characters that are used to act as a sole identifier and are used for the authentication. I've copied and pasted each one, but each one should be unique to yours. Next, I've actually authenticated using the OAuth handler, the keys, the API key and the API secret key. OAuth is a way for authentication for REST APIs, and it provides a way for applications to collect your data in a limited scope. It sets the access token to authenticator, a new variable, where it waits on rate limits to replenish, so we're not getting charged every single time we tweet if we tweet too fast. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create an instance of SenseHat. We can either use an emulator or we can use the physical thing. In this case, I decided to use the emulator. The emulator can allow us to test the Twitter bot in a more accurate way. I can change the temperature in the emulator. It senses the current temperature around the Raspberry Pi, and it tweets the update of the current temperature around the Pi in Celsius. So let's see how this works. Let's run the code. Authentication successful, meaning that our API key and API secret keys, as well as our access keys and secret keys, are all good. Let's head on over to Twitter. Refreshing the page, it's 73 degrees Celsius, which is the same one that I have put over here. So it's 73.7, and I've converted it into an integer, so that makes sense. Let's try it again. Now it's around 10 degrees. It should give me around 11 or 10. Let's run it. Authentication successful. Let's see what it does. We'll refresh the page. And it says 10 degrees. So then it works.